So hello, here is Bebel coming to you to another video, like coming back from a while that I was stopped. But lately I've been feeling both the invitation and this urge, and also listening to some partners coming with that you should go online again. And I have a group that is all wanting to come online and spread the news, share a little bit of love. So I decided to start this movement. That's why I'm here. And today the topic it's a huge topic, but I will address some parts of it. I had my script here. So let's see how it goes. Okay, it's about emotional needs. And I feel that it's in this moment that we are living, it's something that we all could have a brighter look, could have some awareness and some tools and resources to deal with our own needs. Well, from a spiritual teachings perspective, such thing as needs does not exist. Because in the spiritual mind, when we are one with God, one with nature, one with the universe provides it all. Nature gives all the resources you need. Oneness is a place where nothing is missing, everything is given. So there is some fulfilling. And when we are in this natural mindset of abundance, that's who we are. We are abundant. But then in this human experience, we experience needs, especially when we are kids. So when we still, as adults, having these needs, feeling that they are not met, it goes back to these wounds of our inner child, of our child. Basic human needs are, for example, connection, shelter, food, expression, belonging. And when we are very, very, very young, like babies, 100% of our needs for shelter, for food, for love, for connection, we are 100% dependable in our parents, on our communities. So we are not independent. We are not able to provide for ourselves in our early stages of life. And as Gabor Mate, that is a guy that I love so much, talks about trauma, is the best guy about trauma. He puts that it's the trauma, it's not what happened to you. Yes, like an aggression or your parents screaming, is how your world, your perception dealt with it. So you might have felt scared or alone or insecure or guilt, these kinds of things. And the kid creates strategies to cope with it, to protect this vulnerable kid, to please the parents so he gets attention and love. It's a little bit of a mess, but we grow up messy like that. And a healthy adult knows that the only person responsible to care for its own needs, to heal its own traumas, to provide for itself the very things that this wounded, traumatized child claims that needs, is us, ourselves, not anybody from the outside. So we are happy to say as an adult that we are able to care for ourselves. But then there's a point where this same adult can come and say, in a relationship, that I need you to do something, to behave a certain way, to do something for me. I need you to shut up, for example, can come up in a discussion. I need you to be less of this or more like that. So when the adult goes like this, is the child that is speaking, and the adult is transferring this healthy responsibility of taking care of its own needs to this other person or to the environment. Yeah, the world, the school, the job, whatever. It can really be everything but me. So I am not responsible. We're gonna talk about more of that, how this creates some victimhood position, like you should do that for me. Otherwise, otherwise what? We don't know. Comes all this reaction based on the inner child. So when the adult comes, I need you to do that for me, is the kid speaking. So as I told you, from 0 to 3-year-old, we are 100% dependent to survive. We depend on an external source, parents, community, whoever, caretakers, whoever is there to provide us with food, shelter, and basic survival means. Then when you are already like 4-ish, this kid, this baby, still baby, expects the mother or the parents, or again, these external source, caretakers, whatever, to address the same 100% of its needs. And when this kid feels that their needs are not met, it develops this feeling of helplessness. It feels helplessness. It can also feel lonely. It can also feel abandoned. These are those core human child wounds that we carry, and then are our traumas and kind of dictate our behavior. If we are not aware, conscious, we don't heal these wounds properly. So this kid, again, sometimes maybe that the parent is giving food, but the kid wants something else and is not able to communicate and is still very much dependent. So reinforcing that what's happening in the interior, in the inside world of this kid, that is what is taking into consideration to grow this wound of feeling helpless, abandoned, insecure, not enough, etc. These kids keep on growing, and when it's around 7-year-old, more or less, this starts not only expecting but also demanding the parents to meet his needs. And that's why we see a lot of those kids that throw themselves in the supermarkets because they want this thing, or they can die. And when this kid feels that its need is not being met by those same parents, it goes irritated. It feels angry because it's expecting. 7-year-olds already very smart. It's expecting this person to give to him. And if he doesn't give, it starts blaming on the parents for not having what he wants. That sometimes is not clear or has not been communicated, shared. Again, it's something that the kid is experiencing in the internal world. So parents are giving shelter, are giving food, but the kid wants something else. Is not feeling this connection. So I'm not entering there because it's really huge, vast environment that we could go deeper into this trauma thing. So I recommend watching this Gabor Mate. That is, wow, excellent.